Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator. It's a party now. It's a party now. General Woods. Tighten up. Tighten up. Hey. Rock it. Be driven.
Here's the first carry for Trey Cohen. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. First down, a run with Cohen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a second and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Blanchard. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Check. Hey, alert 3. Shoot. Squeeze.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on third and long. Blanchard. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Here we go. 64. It's just me and you.
And again this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rivers. And he'll find Hall. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Switch up, switch up. Greystone, travel. SOS, SOS, SOS. Check 24, check 24. Switch.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Ready, ready.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Yo, 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 go, go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Rivers to throw it. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
53, Mike. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Blanchard. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
30 base. Ricky, protein spill. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Holloway. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Here we go.
Throwing on second down. Rivers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is third and long. Rivers. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons. Sit.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up first and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They run. This is Cohen. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They're running it. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Deuce, 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 deuce. Slam, slam, slam. Yeah, yeah.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Recon, 130.
Now Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, watch it. Jim. Look at me. Zip. Go.
On first down, Cohen. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Hey, high 7. Ready?
On third down, a run with Cohen. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up fourth down.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Hey.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 26-yard line.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
On play action, Rivers. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Ready. 70, Indy. I'm coming for you, Mom. Watch the safety creep. 6-6, bullet high. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, man, go.
On 1st down, it's Holloway. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Break. Bam. Under 10. 10. Ready.
1st down, Rivers. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Rivers, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, as the 1st half is winding down, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth 1st half. (17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. This is Cohen. Breaks a tackle. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
We got to seal. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Yep. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Lead dribble.
Looking to throw. Blanchard eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holloway, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground. This time Cook. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They'll run on first down. It's Holloway. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Check 26, check 26. Go. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holloway. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Holloway. And they'll get this down to the 10. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but There are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's Cook. Yeah, not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf.
He's checking.
Sit up.
Kill. Turn.
80 Watkins.
Kill. Turn up.
Yes.
Ringo.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Ready, set.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down. Blanchard. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They try again with Cohen. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready?
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holloway. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hall. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing, Rivers. And he's able to find Diggs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Holloway, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
Ready. 60 or 55. I got you, pop. Hey, check 24.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. His throw caught at about the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Critical extra point up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Topper! Yo, go! Get it!
And again this time to the tailback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Here we go! 60 outlaw! Showing up! Let's go!
Rivers. It's complete to Diggs. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Ready. Huge off Horkin.
Check my 50. No chance.
Here's Rivers. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Looking deep in the direction of... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago! Amari Cooper finding the end zone on the game's final play. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute.
Well, we know the crowd is absolutely stunned by what we just saw there. Forget I'm stunned. I have to believe that you are as well. When they finally get their legs back under them, they'll head to the exits, and I think they'll probably be muttering a few choice words along the way, too. How did that happen?
I don't know. They certainly thought overtime was on the horizon, bracing for overtime. We were, too, and we may want to wait a little bit before heading for the exits, let that parking lot clear out a bit.
Maybe there's a later flight we can catch.
That might be a good idea. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.